Hey, so today we'll be watching a video by this fake YouTube university. You've probably heard of it. It's called PragerU. And we're going to see how they lie to you. Let's see what they have to say.
There are crazy positions on the far left and crazy positions on the far right.
Yes, the thing is that the ones on the far right want an no state. And the ones on the far left, I mean, they just want higher taxes. Gasp. Equitability. Gasp. So yeah, already starting off strong.
Right. On the left, there are people who believe a man can get pregnant, that the world is going to end.
Crazy positions, guys. A man can get... it's not crazy at all. I mean, it's true. The science says that it is true. A man can get pregnant. Yes, it's semantics, you know. I mean, science says it's true, so yeah, it's not crazy.
In a decade, if we don't cap carbon emissions.
Yes, we will. We will irreversibly damage the planet within a decade. If we are these extreme positions, these aren't even leftist positions. Like mainstream liberals believe this. I mean, yeah, I know you have to bring up the climate change because you're funded by oil billionaires, but come on, be more subtle.
That the real purpose of the American Revolution was to preserve slavery.
No one says that. So the real purpose of the American Revolution wasn't to preserve slavery because the British Empire also had legal slavery at that time. No one says that. Why are you misrepresenting?
On the right, there are people who deny the Holocaust happened.
Okay, see, on the left there are people who say climate change is happening, which is as extreme as Holocaust denialism to these people.
Who believe that whites are inherently superior to other.
Yeah, and this is the same as believing a man can get pregnant. It's the same as believing climate change. What? How can you contrast these two? Like, yeah, being racist is the same as believing in climate change. Yeah.
Races that no one should pay taxes, but there's an important difference between.
You believe that no one should pay taxes.
Between these two extremes, the crazies on the right have no voice. They are shunned. They live mostly on the far fringes of the internet.
Are they shunned? Nick Fuentes, who is speaking up all the time, meeting with the fucking former president and future president, the right wing always getting a voice. Are you guys shunned? You are funded by billionaires. You have basically infinite budgets. You PragerU, you have your ads all over the internet, and you are far right. So yeah, I don't think you are shunned.
The crazies on
the algorithm promotes you. I don't think you're shunned.
On the left have a loud voice. They are celebrated. They live in the halls of Congress.
No leftist lives in the halls of Congress.
In state legislatures.
No leftist lives in state legislatures.
And in governor.
He's confusing leftist with liberal, guys. They're not the same.
Mansions. In light of this distinction, it might be interesting to ask ourselves this question. Which group, the left or the right, is more radical? We can arrive.
The far right, even you admitted it. Like, even to the only people, what you said, the left would sound more radical are MAGA far right conservatives like you. Oh, wait, you are peddling to those people. But anyone can see that the right is more radical. Like, you compared basically moderate position to extreme far right positions. So, of course, the right is more radical. I mean, he's going to try to make the case that the left is, but, you know, let's see.
Arrive at a common sense answer by posing this thought experiment. What would America look like if the left got everything it wanted, and what would America look like if the right got everything it wanted? Let's start with the left. Taxes would go up on individuals and corporations to pay for more social programs. Everything from universal childcare to free.
That's good, actually.
Free college tuition. Many on the left call for income taxes as high as 70%.
Yes. He's not going to mention for who. Have you ever heard of progressive taxation, where the more you make, the more taxes you pay? See, for people who make $30,000 to $20,000, $60,000, for those people, yet it wouldn't be 70%. But for people who make, for example, over $400,000, it would be 70%, as it is fair. So they can contribute to the economy. They can contribute to the welfare state, right? It's fair. If they make that kind of money, they can spare a bit to contribute to the welfare state. I think that's fair. It doesn't cut taxes on the individual. It cuts taxes on huge corporations and millionaires and billionaires, which you guys are funded by. So, of course, you are incentivized to protect their interest by lying.
Private health insurance would be abolished. The government would provide all healthcare
Hey, that's good though.
services. Everyone in the medical field, from doctors, nurses, and administrators, would be government employees.
That's good though.
Americans would pay for
How is that bad?
this government healthcare through much higher taxes.
Yeah, you would pay for the government healthcare through much higher taxes. Now, right now, medical bills, I'm not from the US, so I'm not familiar, but they can probably go 40, 50,000, hundreds of thousands. Yeah, you would pay more taxes, but at least your medical bill would be free, you know? What? How is this bad? Everything, like, all he's saying here isn't bad. This probably only sounds bad to people like him. Oh, free healthcare is very bad, guys. How is it bad?
Legal immigration would be decriminalized. It would still be illegal to enter the country without proper documentation, but no one who made it into the US would be
They're asylum seekers. They're not, and even if they are undocumented, they're just coming here for a better life. They are asylum seekers. It is not illegal. He likes to say that, but they are asylum seekers who with asylum applications. My guy, they're not illegals. And oh my God, open borders, shock and horror. You know they contribute to the economy. They contribute to your guys' economy, right? You know that.
prosecuted
Because they are doing the low-paying jobs you guys wouldn't do, right? If you don't let them come, there's not going to be anyone to do the low-paying jobs, such as cleaning and stuff. So, you know, they are contributing to the economy, my guy.
for doing so. Illegal immigrants would also receive free healthcare, free education,
Yeah, fair enough.
and free housing. The Green New Deal would be adopted. Hundreds of billions of
How is that bad?
dollars of subsidies for wind and solar power would be added to the federal budget. Drilling for fossil fuels, the current source of 80% of our
Oh my God, we will no longer drill for fossil fuels and invest into climate safe tech, into renewable energy. How is that bad, though? I'm still not seeing how that is bad in any way. I mean, this is the problem with PragerU. They are claiming outlandish claims that are basically hard, like very hard to contradict them on, because how? He's describing good things and calling them the devil. Like, what?
energy would be sharply curtailed or eliminated altogether. So would nuclear power. As a
No, nuclear power wouldn't get eliminated. What do you mean? No one believes nuclear power. We do believe in fossil fuels should be eliminated, yeah, because they are destroying the planet, yeah. Of course, you have an interest because you are, funded by oil billionaires. But yeah.
result, consumers' electric bills would be much higher.
No.
Reparations would be paid for the past injustice of slavery.
Oh my God. No, reparations would probably not be paid. We would just, what he means by reparations is investing in neighborhoods that were purposefully made to suck, and through redlining, right? That's what he means by reparations.
How it would be paid and exactly to whom is not clear.
It's very clear, my guy.
Legally acquiring a gun would become much more difficult.
Oh my God, how is that bad? How is that bad? Oh my God, killing children is going to become much more difficult, and that is very bad.
College debt would be canceled.
How is that bad? Oh my God, your debt is gonna be cancelled. You're not gonna be a slave to the bank anymore. Horrible. What can I say? Horrible. How is this bad in any way? See, this is how fake YouTube universities work, guys. They lie to you.
Already paid for college would get nothing. Transgender women, biological men who identify as women, would be allowed to compete against women in sports.
So no, that's also how it works. Is they test you, and if your level of testosterone is low enough, they let you. If it is too high, they don't let you. But he's not gonna mention that because it goes against his stupid narrative. God damn it. And also they are women, okay? Try to use more, try to not be a bigot.
America's
Also, how is that bad in any way?
military budget would be slashed by 25 to
No more investing in the fucking army that oppresses people. No more investing in How is reducing militarism bad? How is reducing militarism bad in any way? Answer me.
50%. Speech codes would be enforced throughout American life.
Speech codes. What he means by speech codes is you would be forced to refer to people with their fucking preferred pronouns. Oh, shock and horror, man. Oh, my
Life. And that's just a partial list. Now let's ask what would happen if the right got what it wanted. Income taxes would be cut. Capital.
That's bad, because if you cut income taxes, there is no more money for social programs, which I know you don't like, but it has been proven that they work, though.
Capital gains taxes would be cut. Corporate taxes would be cut.
This is all fucking bad. Regulations would be also cut. People would get deported. He's not gonna mention all that part, but you know.
And those cuts would be made permanent. All regulations that make doing business unnecessarily difficult and don't protect public.
Oh, all the regulations are made. What he means is environmentally safe, food regulation. Oh, all these regulations that impede my profits are going to get cut. Man, what? This is not good. How is this good?
Public health would be repealed. The issue of abortion would be sent back to the states.
No, it would be fully illegalized. If the right got everything it wanted, abortion would be fully illegalized. Racism would be back in force. Come on, let's not kid ourselves. Even you admitted that the far right is racist, but now you're not going to mention that again. You just mentioned it briefly, and you're not going to touch on it again, because you hope we forget.
For each state to decide its own abortion rules
He's lying. That wouldn't happen. No.
for itself. Many more charter schools would be opened, and it would become much easier to fire bad teachers.
No. What he means is basically public education. It will happen, because, you know, with what will happen. But what he means is public education will be cut, and charter schools that cost a lot of money would be established. So education would once again become elitist, right? And if you don't have money, you will no longer be able to be educated. That's what they want. They are literally admitting it, but they are admitting it in a veiled way. And also, there are a lot of people that agree with this. How do you think this is good? How can you, in your right mind, think what he's saying right here is good?
In order to vote, citizens would need to present a valid ID. The border
Yeah, this is just targeting minorities.
with Mexico would be secured.
Security means the people would be put there, and anyone who tries to cross would be shot. Yeah. Secure my ass.
The only way to enter the United States would be through designated border crossing.
No, there would be no way to enter, because, you know, the country would be racist. So no, he's lying again.
In order to qualify for welfare assistance, you would have to prove you could not work.
There will be no longer any sort of welfare assistant. What do you mean? He's literally lying. They would cut it all. They would cut it all. And to prove you can't work, they would make anyone work.
The healthcare system would be open to free market reforms.
What he means is anyone could charge however much they want for healthcare, which is proven to not work. Like, people prefer to fucking die than to pay medical bills and leave that to their family. So yeah, whatever. How is all he's saying here good? How is this good? How can anyone agree with this shit?
For example, insurance companies could sell policies across state lines. Students in elementary school would recite the Pledge of Allegiance at the start of each.
How is that good? Man. Also, that already happens in your guys' country. Like, have you guys ever been to another country? Like, we think it's horrible. Like, what you're doing is very weird. We don't get up at school and recite the Pledge of Allegiance to a fucking flag. Only you guys do it. It's not normal. It's not normal. It's not normal at all. How is this good? How is reciting a military pledge to a fucking flag good?
Each school day. So what can we conclude from our experiment? It's not hard to figure out. If the right got everything it wanted, the government would get much smaller. The citizen would have more freedom.
No, what you described is not more freedom to the citizen. It is more freedom to the corporations that would still oppress the citizen much more than they would in a leftist system, because in a leftist system they would not oppress the citizen. The citizen would have more rights in a leftist system, admitted even by you, but your audience is so small-brained that they would think that you are right here. But even you admit it. Even you admitted it. And now you are trying to say that no, you did not. But you did admit, like, this, your whole video was you admitting it.
If the left got everything it wanted, the government would get much bigger. The citizen would have less freedom.
No, not true. That's not what it means. He doesn't understand anything, okay?
Not radical if you want America to be what it's always been. Committed.
Yeah. kind of fascist ethno state with a very weird conservative Christian values. Yeah. You're not You're not bad at all if you want the status quo to be kept. You're not bad at all if you want to return to the 1950s.
To individual liberty. You're only radical if you want to fundamentally transform America into something it's
You're only radical if you want to make the lives of people better. Yeah, in his eyes. Yeah, of course. Of course.
never been. Which country do you want to live in? I'm Will Witt for Prager University.
I honestly would want to live in the leftist version. What do you mean? I would not want to live in a racist ethno state that doesn't provide healthcare. Anyway, so yeah, as you can see, fake YouTube universities really like to lie and be very weird. I don't know why people like them. They are, of course, not a university, although they keep insisting that they are. They are just a YouTube channel. But yeah, this is how fake YouTube universities lie and manipulate. Also, they are funded by oil billionaires. Thought you would like to know. So yeah, this is how PragerU manipulates.